Well, that is more like it. Welcome to Kinnick's Corner. I'm Jerry. I'm your host. And the Red Sox last night exploded for an 11-1 victory over the Arizona Diamondbacks. They pounded out 16 hits. All was well. Every player in the starting lineup got an RBI. So it shows you what kind of night it was. The Red Sox got great relief pitching once again from Brayan Bello, who is probably the best reliever in baseball and possibly the worst starter. A team of psychiatrists working round the clock would have a hard time with that one. Why he pitches so well as a reliever and cannot pitch as a starter, I can't explain it. If the Red Sox could explain it, they'd make him a starter, right? But it works. Gamboa came in, pitched the first inning and a third, and then they brought in Bello, and he was just great, as usual, coming out of the pen. So that was great. As I said, they pounded out 16 hits, and Bello raised his record to 5-6. Rafaela and Durbin each had 3 hits, and get this, Sogard, Abreu, Contreras, Rauchman all had 2 hits. Durbin raised his batting average to 257, something no one saw coming. 7 weeks ago at this time, he was sitting about 157. Excuse me. So almost 100 points higher. Tonight, Merrill Kelly, who the Red Sox tried to get at last year's trade deadline, but Arizona wanted Connolly early for him, and the Red Sox said no. And he hasn't been all that good this year. So he'll be pitching against Ranger Suarez. The Red Sox are giving everybody an extra day's rest. That's why they went with the opener yesterday to really help Bennett, Suarez, and, Peyton Tolley as well, and Sandoval. So they'll all have an extra day's rest, maybe actually 2 days rest because they have an off day on Thursday. So that should be pretty good for them. They have a 6-game lead now over Detroit, Baltimore, and Texas for that last wild card spot. They're in second place in it, so one of those teams can make the playoffs, and the Red Sox still will have a playoff spot. As I've said many times on this show, I wouldn't mind seeing the Red Sox dip into the third wild card spot to avoid going to New York, or even getting the home field against the Yankees. I'd rather avoid the Yankees and play either the White Sox or Houston. Houston would be a little trickier than the White Sox, but Red Sox are 6-0 against the White Sox this year. The Red Sox, by the way, now have the best run differential in baseball, not in baseball, in the American League. They're plus 91. And Brian Cashman and Theo Epstein once said that you want to know how good a team is, it's their run differential to look at. That'll tell you how good they are. And right now, the Red Sox are number 1 in the American League. So that's sort of a surprise, especially after the last 6 or 8 games where they really weren't playing all that well. Be nice to get a nice performance out of Ranger Suarez tonight. As I've mentioned, his last 4 outings, 3 innings, 4 innings, 4 1/3, 5 innings. Could use 6 good innings out of him tonight, especially we're still in that period where they're without both Whitlock and Slayton. So they're a little bit thinner on the back end. Still got Miller, still got Guerrero. Weishart threw the ball very well last night. So when it was still somewhat of a game. So that's good. But they do have a game tonight. Yankees are playing Baltimore, at Baltimore. Yankees seem to be a little bit desperate. They're bringing up Rodon, and instead of going with another rehab start. And then later this morning, we found out why. Because Max Fried has been put on the 15-day disabled list with problems with his elbow. Whether he can come back in 15 days, which is still September, is still a question mark. And he's been a vital piece of that rotation. The Yankees have pitching, and they have pitching depth. But you can't start losing guys, as the Red Sox have just seen. Because that one start can be the difference between going 3-2 and 4-1, or 3-2 and 2-3. So in a 5-game span. But as I said, the Red Sox need to get Suarez right. They can grab a win from him tonight, get more days between the Slayton and Whitlock injuries. That'd be okay. I think we've all seen that Story is already on a rehab Roman Anthony is going to be on one soon. Tracy said yesterday 2 things that I didn't think he needed to say. One, that Trevor Story would be the shortstop when he comes back. I like the job that Monasterio's done. And I didn't like the job that Story was doing before he got hurt, or at least while he was playing, when he might have been hurt at the time. And although I wouldn't mind seeing Story at second, although I like Nick Sogard. I think he's done a great job for the Sox when he's been up. I was good for a few hits, makes the plays, but such is life. And the other thing he said was that Roman Anthony would be the leadoff hitter. That doesn't bother me near as much. I think Roman Anthony, he has a 400 on-base percentage. He's real good at getting on base, whether it's by hits or walks. He's got the pop, and they can use that, certainly with Duran not doing well this year. I could see a scenario, by the way, in another week or so, and what are we at, the 18th, where they send Duran to the minor leagues for a span. And they've got an option on him. So the choice could be, when Anthony comes back, do you release Wilson or do you send Duran down for a week? And I think the answer is you send Duran down. I like Wilson. He plays all 3 outfield spots. He runs well. I like him. And he's gotten some hits. He's gotten some bunt hits. He does a lot of things well, so it wouldn't be a bad thing to see him stick around rather than release him so that you don't hurt J.R. Duran's feelings for a week. And you can always bring him up in September if you want. By the way, those are going to be interesting decisions when they have more people healthy, because you could throw Garrett Crochet in there at some point too, on what roster moves they make. When they bring up players in September 1st, they can bring up 2. One of them has to be a pitcher. And I think it's a ridiculous rule. I think you should be able to bring up whoever you want. But that's not the way MLB does it. It's business. And so one of them has to be a pitcher. One of them can be a player. You'd like it to be a third catcher. Nicky Gasper showed last night what he can do at the plate. So we'll have to wait and see what they do. I don't know what they'll do. But my thoughts are that it might be Duran as the odd man out. So we'll have to wait and see. That's our show for today. Once again, this is Kinnick's Corner. I'm Jerry. And if you like the show, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Somebody who I opened the door for the other day subscribed and said, "Are you the old man that opened the door for us?" I said, "Yeah, well, I don't like exactly being called an old man, although I am." So I got a good laugh out of that. So anyway, this is Kinnick's Corner. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. We like that. Leave a comment. We like that even more. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Go Red Sox.